Hello everyone, welcome to Patent Effect Podcast, the next episode. We are still at IP Camp event in Çeşme in Izmir, and I have another distinguished speaker today in our podcast from London, Matvei Maurer from Minesoft, patent-based company. And we will today talk about the real power of patent information and then how can we create an advantage, commercial and competitive advantage by using patent information, patent data, which is available in publicly environments. And we will talk about also Minesoft and their products. Matvei, welcome again.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's always amazing to be here. It's great weather outside. I always like relaxing on the beach here.
Yeah.
So as I said, my name is Matvei Maurer. I am from Stockholm, Sweden originally, but I currently live in London. From my kind of story is a bit bizarre. Like I was born in Russia, moved all over Europe. So what I do at Minesoft is that I'm responsible for our Turkish and also many other European clients. My background is in law, and which I studied in London, but now for the last 3 years or so I've been working for Minesoft, basically supporting clients with their patent research and analytics.
That's great. So as Minesoft, you are supporting IP Camp from the beginning.
Exactly.
That's really, really great contribution to our event. Also, I would like to thank you also. Thank you and your company again and again.
No problem.
So you're living in London, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yes, very much. I mean, London is an amazing city for work and for free time.
I have been there lots of time, but I don't have any experience.
No.
How is living in London? I don't know.
It's very hectic. you don't get to sleep very much, but it's also when you give something to London, it gives you back as well. So it's okay.
Yes, I completed my training session in technology transfer operations in UCLB.
Oh wow!
Which is in also London.
I went to UCL myself. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the first time that I'm hearing that.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So today, let's talk about Minesoft first.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Minesoft, and what is your real responsibility in this European region? And also, what are the main products that you are offering to R&D companies and other customer segments?
Well, I mean, our company name is Minesoft, but we are often known as PatBase because that's our main tool. Everybody knows about that. And basically, it's a tool for patent research and analytics. Now, what I do is I mainly train people in the tool, and I also provide patent research to them, and obviously, I show them how the system can benefit them. Now, because of my language skills, as I said, because I've traveled around a lot, I'm mainly responsible for the Scandinavian market, the German-speaking markets, but also in Turkey. I traveled here once or twice a year just to visit clients and show it to people as well who are interested. And the main advantage of our product, I would say, is that when compared to a Spasnet and things like that, the data is already translated by our partner company, RWS, who have been translating ever since the 50s, so they know their work. And these human translations in full text are actually quite beneficial because especially when you search in countries such as China, Japan, South Korea, patents come from there in an increasing pace. China has just opened a couple of years ago 3 new patent courts. They are the main patenter, they exponentially increase. So you have to focus on this kind of data. And through these translations in PatBase, you are able to find it. Yeah. Often online, if you just use a public systems, all you will find is the original Chinese data. And if you don't have a Chinese colleague, that's not going to really help you out.
So 1.3 million Chinese document has been published.
Have
been published in 2 years ago or last year. So it's really huge amount of numbers from the Asian side. So the South Korea is the same. Japan is the same. So data, in terms of the data coverage, PatBase is offering a full, very wide range of data coverage.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah. So all of it translated in full text. We even have countries that don't exist anymore, like the Soviet Union and things like that. So
and also in terms of the Turkish data, it's really up to date.
It is up to date. We update it every month, and we have a direct link to the Turkish registry. If you want to have data from the legal status and things like that, you can download the original link by just clicking on the PDF. There is no limit to that, so it's readily available.
As you know, as Patent Effect, we are using Patbase, and also personally I tasted
You've tasted
the update status of the Turkish data. Yes,
Yeah.
it is up to date.
Perfect.
Thank you for that to make us able to reach these Turkish documents, which is really difficult nowadays. So as we are using the patent data mostly creating a patent landscapes analysis for companies and other institutions to show what is the technology trends, what are the main competitors, and what are the main technology verticals, which is going up, which is going down. It is really important for companies, especially companies who are dealing with the commercial purposes,
Of course.
To make it aware them which patents can be infringed by their another product. So what is your opinion about this importance of patent landscapes, patent landscape reports?
Well, certainly. I mean, landscaping is essential. It's as essential to find, for example, white spaces where you can go. We do landscaping, for example, based on the patent title, abstract, and claim. And what happens then is on a landscape, you imagine what a map looks like, right? And then the map goes higher, elevates itself, the more there is present technology.
Yeah.
And it analyzes technological terms and show them off the maps. And all the small dots represent patent families, and they show you exactly where, for example, a competitor's patent portfolio is focused. But then you see the places where there is water and where the terms are far lower, and those are maybe underused kind of technologies or weaknesses in their patent portfolio where they don't have much coverage, and you can use that in order to analyze where perhaps you can compete with somebody. Or vice versa, you can analyze your own patent portfolio in order to see where perhaps it is lacking and you need to acquire new patents or research more there, or perhaps even license things in. Or you can analyze an entire market to see where it is developing. So there are really a lot of things you can do with landscaping, and with Patbase we have 2 years ago introduced a new analytical system which can do landscaping both focused on these terms and on assignees and on many different types of data as well.
The new analytics is really different from the previous one.
Exactly.
Very comprehensive.
Thank you for saying that.
Thank you. Very comprehensive, because I was the first customer of Patbase in Turkey 7 years ago. I don't know. In that time, the previous analytic tool we were using, which were also very powerful, but this one, version 2, right?
Yeah.
Really amazing. So I can make my very complex query analysis, and also these analytic tools gives me more, let's say, technological trends.
Exactly.
Every commercial insights.
Yeah.
Let's say. And my second question,
Of course.
should be on what kind of customer segments do you work mostly in global world? So R&D companies mostly, or university size? What is the
It's a mix. I would say R&D maybe 70%, and 20% university, 10% law firms. And the reason for that is because our system is built for everybody almost. I mean, there is a lot of search tools that you can use that can help you before you even launch a search. For example, for the pharmaceutical and chemical business specifically, we have a feature where you can enter any pharmaceutical, like for example nicotine or aspirin, and it will automatically find all relevant synonyms of that chemical.
That's really important point.
Yes,
So because as the keyword title or abstract search, generating different kind of keywords is really difficult.
Yes.
So as I know, in Patbase there is also a tool to generate the synonyms of the keywords that you are looking for.
Exactly, that's exactly it. Yeah. And there is also, for example, we have recently launched a semantic search. It's kind of our AI-based system. Everybody is talking about AI right now, so we decided to jump on the train as well. Cool, yeah, it's cool, fresh AI.
Yes, AI.
Everything is AI now.
Everything's AI.
Internet of Things, yeah. And but it's actually quite a useful feature because you can paste an unlimited amount of text in there. For example, if you're reading an interesting publication from a scientific journal and you want to take it to the patent level, you just paste the entire text in there. There is no limit, and it shows you all the technological terms and synonyms in that text, and then associates it with patent classifications. So you can launch a search on that, and little things like that are quite useful to our R&D department, especially since sometimes you don't know everything about patents. Perhaps you're more focused on R&D, which is perfect, that's their job. And a system like PatBase, there are a lot of tools that can help you start a search even before you start going through the results themselves.
That's great. As a technology transfer site, we are also using the patent data to discover the potential licensees.
Makes sense.
So is it available also to use your platform to make them available to select possible licenses from patent data?
Yes, I mean, there are many ways of tracking, potential interested parties, especially citations is a quite efficient tool for that. We have very accurate citation data. You can display them in many different ways through technology trees, for example, which basically is a tree which shows you exactly XY citations, the sort of citation as well, who has cited you the most, and also their own citations. It's kind of a tree that expands. And recently, just 2 months ago, we've also launched a new citation analytic tool, which comes with a quite advanced citation network, which is like a huge spider web, basically. Can you do it for forward and backward citations and see exactly who is interested in your patents by citations. So that's quite interesting as well. But we also have a legal status search, which does have a licensing option. So when there is licensing data available and our legal status data is quite accurate, we get it directly from Darts IP. A company which we have recently started cooperating with, and if there is licensing data available on patents, you can actually run a search on them.
That's great. So the licensing data in Turkey, it's really difficult to find out. So maybe we will also collect this information to show what is the exact number of licensed patents, what is the income generated from the licensing, especially from the universities. So how many companies in Turkey are working now?
In Turkey, I think it's roughly 40.
40?
Yeah, something like that.
Good number.
Yeah, and we're growing as well in that regard. I'm also I've tried to learn some Turkish just in my emails. Sometimes I introduce myself in Turkish.
Mostly traveling to Turkey, right?
Yeah.
To visit your clients.
Yeah,
other meetings.
Yeah. I do the
trainer.
Exactly.
Like this.
Exactly. No, I mean I do the classical thing. I land in Istanbul, then I go to Izmir.
But you are responsible for European region, including Turkey.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are managing this region.
Yeah, quite large region. And I mean obviously that's. It's interesting to see as well, kind of in Turkey, the demand for additional translated data and stuff like that have been growing. I've been meeting that demand as well, by translating our data. 2 years ago or something like that, we introduced searching functions that include Turkish letters as well exclusively. So we've been focusing quite a lot on the market.
As you know, in Turkey there are more than 1,000 R&D centers which are approved by the government. They are getting some incentives. So actually the potential is growing. So these companies are really started to keen on apply new patent applications because they have to show this key performance indicator to the government to get this incentive correctly. And then in this matter, before their patent applications, freedom to operate analysis or patent landscape analysis getting more and more important for these R&D centers in Turkey.
Of course.
So we are growing as Turkey. Also, in terms of the startup sites, we are also growing. Some of the deep tech startups in Turkey who are selling their products in Turkey, they are trying to expand their business in other countries. And in that time, we are always say that please make your freedom to operate analysis. Be careful. Sometimes there can be some patent infringement cases, and then they are trying to turn back.
Great.
So, Matvei, thank you so much.
No problem.
If you want to add something more, you're welcome. Otherwise, we can go to another session in our IP Camp program?
Well, I was thinking more about going to the beach. So.
Beach. Beach or computer.
But thank you very much as well.
Okay, Matvei, thank you so much for your great contribution and being here. As friends, Patent Effect Podcast Fellows, this was the second episode in English we recorded. Thank you so much, and then you can follow our Twitter account, LinkedIn account, and then also you can send your comments, questions by using our Twitter account. Also, you can listen our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and see you later on the next episodes with another international guest. Bye bye.
Bye.